Hello. Welcome to the Laws of Marketing and Business Automation. I'm here with our expert in everything marketing and business, Gina St. George. How are you tonight, Gina?
I'm excellent. So glad to be with you.
I am so glad to be with you. And as I say every week, being with Gina, having her as our expert to guide us is like having written a $10,000 check for an hour of her time. That's what it's worth. So I want everybody in the live audience to ask questions, to engage. I can post your chat in the live chat, and let's make this a productive dialogue. So what is on the agenda tonight, Gina?
Tonight, we are talking about lead nurturing. So last week, we talked about lead magnets, and now we talk about what happens after that when you begin to nurture the leads that you have collected by having a lead magnet.
I love it. The art of nurturing the lead. So what is your definition of, what does that really mean? Is that relationship building? Is that dating? What is that?
It is relationship building, and it is a form of dating because so the reason that you have a lead magnet on your website is because you want a way for people to say, hey, I want to talk to you. So, we were talking before about that you can't walk into a bar and walk up to someone and say, will you marry me?
Maybe.
No, what you do instead is you say, hey, what's your name? That's what you're accomplishing when you are doing a lead magnet. So you're getting people to say, hey, my name is, and this is how you can contact me. You're getting their name and you're getting their email address, and that they trade that for something of value that you've given them in a lead magnet. Now, lead nurturing is what comes after that. This is the conversation that you begin having. So basically what we have accomplished is when you have a marketing and sales process that is offline, there's a conversation that's happening. There's a conversation of building trust, getting to know something about my company. And I'm getting to know a little bit about you maybe, so that I can understand what your needs are. But first, you need to understand what I can do for you. It isn't so much that I'm going to tell you how great I am, is I'm going to tell you what's in it for you. And that conversation, when it's done electronically instead of in person, is called lead nurturing. So you haven't paid me for anything yet. All you've done is you've traded your email address for something that I offer for free. And now I can start talking to you. So I guess this is the equivalent of instead of going into a bar and you walk up to someone you don't know and say, hey, will you marry me? The step is, hey, what's your name? That's the lead magnet. And then the next step is, hey, can I get you a drink and we can have a talk?
There you go.
Right. So now you can learn a little bit about me, and then maybe you'll want to talk to me again, and we can have another conversation.
Absolutely. What to you? Speaking, you sort of made an interesting point. You said you don't want to oversell the people. You don't want to oversell them. So, what is the right conversation? It's just sort of a light education without overwhelming them?
Yes. So what you want to do is have a sequence of emails. So the sequence of emails is kind of like the sequence of conversations you might have if you want to date somebody. Now, I say this, I'm talking about dating. I haven't dated in such a long time. I wouldn't know how to if I needed to. Would you?
Well, come on. I love networking.
Oh, that's right. Because you're a social butterfly. I'm actually an introvert. So if I found myself single all of a sudden, I'd be like, I don't even know the first thing to do. So here I am. I'm talking about dating, and I'm doing this analogy with dating, and I am not a relationship expert. Isn't that hilarious? So, but what you're doing is you're having a sequence of conversations. So maybe we have that first conversation in the bar, and we enjoyed the conversation enough that I'll give you my phone number, and then you can call me, and then we'll talk on the phone again. And if that conversation goes well enough, then you'll call me again sometime, and we'll talk again. Well, that's the equivalent of I'm going to open and read your emails. So it has to be a good enough conversation. There has to be something valuable there. And this is why we talked last week about the 80-20 rule, that you cannot have your emails being all pitch, 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 pitch.
That's right.
It has to be something of value. The 80-20 rule is 80% of the time, I'm going to give you something valuable, something interesting, something compelling. I'm going to teach you something. And then only 20% of the time, I might ask for something from you. So that's how you get people to open your emails, because they know that there's something good in the email. Kind of like how I would take your phone call if I like talking to you, and if I don't like talking to you, maybe I would let it go to voicemail.
So how long, this is in a way business dating. How long do you date someone, and what happens if they don't sleep with you? Do you eventually break up?
You're hilarious. Okay, so you know what? Our topic for next week actually is the value ladder, where we could actually like continue this analogy. But on the value ladder, the first thing that you're going to offer is something inexpensive, where it isn't a really big commitment. I guess that would be a kiss on the cheek. Yes. So not a big commitment. Not sure that we're like really. Are you ready for a whole lot more? Yeah. But I'll let you kiss me on the cheek.
All right, I like it.
Yeah, so I'll give you enough of a commitment, a small commitment, and then we continue that discussion. And we continue the relationship, and maybe the relationship continues to progress.
I just had a revelation.
Say that again?
I just had a revelation.
What's the revelation?
In business, we can date infinitely. You can be the utmost flirt, keep dating, being a social butterfly, meet as many people as possible, and continue to offer value and live life. That's why everybody should be networking as well, don't you think? Isn't networking an important piece of this?
Yes, and of course you are the queen of networking.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind.
You are the queen, and you have the right personality for it too, because you're very sociable. You love being around people, and it's really natural for you. Which is why you need to create a course on networking for people who are not like you. So maybe networking for introverts. So
you inspired me. I'm doing it. I'm totally doing it, and I'm going to follow your direction. And I'm going to be a case study for you. It's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, and then I can be a case study for you, because I'm an introvert. Which maybe you're watching this going, you're not an introvert, but I have the ability to talk to someone once I have a topic to talk about. And once like we've already broken the ice, but I'm not naturally sociable like you are. So networking is really not that easy for me. So I'm like making this admission for you. And this is something you can't comprehend because you don't have that issue. I mean, there are things I'm good at that you're not good at. And this is something that you're good at that I'm not good at.
I can't comprehend that you are not social. Like, my brain is exploding like the molecules on this screen right now. Not possible. Gina is not an introvert. Gina is not an introvert.
I'm an engineer. Come on. I'm an engineer. I'm a nuts and bolts person. I like processes and systems. I like to make things happen. I like to take things that are chaotic and make them orderly and make things work properly. My brain works that way, and I like processes and things and tasks That's what I'm drawn to. My personality profile actually describes me to a T. That I'm more task driven than I am people driven, and you are clearly more people driven. You get your energy by being around people, which is why you've created all of your networking events and your networking products, where you're bringing people together, and because you like that, and you derive energy from that, whereas I have to put energy into doing that. It's a very different thing. Now we could have an entire show on personality profiles, but I am not like you. You're very special when it comes to your skill with networking.
Well, thank you. That means a lot. And you're very special when it comes to all your technical skills and course creation and development of funnels and email management and automation. And you are a woman of many, many talents. What's the thing? What do you consider your greatest
Um, Probably my greatest talent is creating strategy where we can actually put together something linear, a linear path to where you want to be. Because
talent?
a lot of people know that they're good at something, or they know that they have a product to sell, but they don't know how to talk about it. They don't know how to get leads for it. They don't know how to um, offer it in a way that doesn't repel people, or where like maybe they're, because a lot of what's happening online is too much relationship too fast, where you're asking for the sale before you have relationships. And so I understand the whole path to get from I I have this thing that I'm good at. I have this product that I have to offer. I know why it's good and I know why it will help people.
Okay.
And starting from that point, creating the path to where you can really build a business. That strategy is different for every person depending on what it is that they're offering, what their skill is, what their product is. So I think it's fun because authority and education based marketing fits no matter what it is you're doing. If you're selling real estate, if you're selling financial services, if you're a lawyer, if you have a brick and mortar business, if you're selling products, if you're selling services, it fits for all of that helps you create a relationship, and it helps you position yourself, and it helps you build a business that around that authority, around that expertise. And so I love that, and it looks different for every person. So if you ask me what is my greatest strength, it is creating the strategy that enables someone to build the business around whatever it is that they're doing.
Hmm. I like that. I like
That was
that.
a long answer to your question, but that's my greatest strength.
Strategy. Strategy. You adore strategy. So I think it's wonderful. I think it's absolutely wonderful. So going back to the lead generation dialogue, so you send emails, you build a relationship, you provide content, you don't oversell, you don't overpitch, and then what happens?
And then what happens is finally you can make an offer. Now, if this of course, we're talking about the kiss on the cheek, because if I'm going to continue opening your emails, that means I'm continuing to allow you to talk to me. That means I'm taking your phone call, right? So since we're doing this dating analogy, the first micro commitment is going to be something inexpensive, and that's going to be the kiss on the cheek, where I like you enough to let you do that. I'll make that much commitment. So now it's going to be a small offer. Now, if you don't have an entry level product to offer, one of the things you can do instead is you can partner with someone who has something appropriate for the audience that you have, and you can offer that person's product. And you can do that as an affiliate where they're selling it, but you get a commission on it. But you have still made an offer, and you have still gotten people to buy something.
Let me ask you a question. I've seen a lot. I am an avid YouTube watcher. I have self-educated on YouTube for at least 2 hours a day for the last year. Okay, YouTube to me is the greatest thing in the world. Okay. I love it. And I love Facebook, obviously. I love all my social channels. But as far as education, there's so much on YouTube. But here's my question. I see a lot of videos on the affiliates. I see the influencers dropping their affiliate links in their YouTube descriptions.
Mm-hmm.
I see it on Facebook. And I guess my question is, how much commission can you make on an affiliate relationship? I mean, can a living be made on an affiliate relationship? Is there enough money?
There are people who never build any of their own products who make their money 100% by having an audience and getting affiliate commissions. I mean, that's a lot of so when you look at like influencers on Instagram, spokesmodels and whatnot, they just have a following because people think they're cute.
Right.
A lot of them are monetizing. A lot of people are monetizing their audience because they get sponsors, and then they'll do a thing where they'll hold the product and they'll say, I really love Dunkin' Donuts coffee. That's all I drink. Don't give me Starbucks. And my audience is going to see me holding this Dunkin' Donuts cup of coffee. I'm going to talk about how much I love Dunkin' Donuts coffee, why I think it's better than other brands, and I'm going to drink it right here. Mm-hmm. And that's how they monetize. Other people take their audience that they build and they monetize it by having affiliate links, and they sell stuff. Now, depending on what it is that you're selling, you get different commission levels. So for info products, you can get 25 to 50% commissions, because with info products, you're selling electrons. And so the commissions are usually bigger than with products. And a lot of times, especially with entry-level products, the person who created that info product just wants to put you on their list. And so what they're really paying you for, why they're paying you such a big fat commission, is that they're happy to then add that person to their customer list so that they can begin a relationship with them and sell them more and more stuff. It's kind of like when you introduce one of your friends to somebody, like one of your single friends to someone else who's single, and then they can start a relationship, and you're not involved thereafter, but you've made that referral, and so then they continue that relationship. And so sometimes with info products you can make a lot more. And it depends on how much is being offered. If it's a product that has a lot of coaching and it's coaching intensive, usually the commission is going to be lower because the person has to put the effort into it. If it's a 100% like digital course or something that's digital, the commission will be higher. If you're selling a physical product, sometimes the commission might be like 10 or 20%. It depends on the product. It depends on how much margin there is. How much commission these affiliate programs offer. But so there are people who make their entire living and they don't create anything themselves. What they do is they build a following and they sell affiliate products. So yes, that's a long answer to your short question, but yes, you can make money just doing that. And there are people who do.
Incredible. Very, very interesting. I like it. That's great feedback. And what's your personal preference? Like, I'll be candid with me. I think I'm going to be a hybrid. I'm going to be built. I have a lot of my own services. I will start building digital courses with Gina, and you'll start.
I'm looking forward to that.
Me too. And my first course is going to be on the art, science, and sport of networking. And I actually have spoken on this topic multiple times, and I have an upcoming speaking engagement in October. I'll put that information on my Facebook page. You can watch that speech. That's also coming up. And here, let me just shout it out right now. It is that speech is October 14th. Mark your calendar. The Business Women's Association. And I think I could actually get you a speaking engagement with them too. Loretta Remy is highly involved with that group, and she's in our networking group. And the mission of the Business Women's Association is to bring business women of diverse occupations and provide opportunities to grow through leadership and education. I think you would be an incredible speaker because the reason that you and I are a great collab is because I focus more on audience building, the webcast, the streaming, social media, whereas you then step in to help build the courses and build the funnels. So it's like our two worlds of Gina and I literally complement each other so beautifully. And so we will be building my networking course together. And I am very excited about that.
So am I. That'll be really good. And it'll be really good, valuable content that you will then subsequently offer to your audience. And I'm going to love that. You know, it's funny. So our business strengths actually are in alignment with our personality profile. So you're really good at the networking and building an audience, and that's kind of who you are. Whereas where I'm more of the linear thinking, nuts and bolts, task creation, putting together that strategy and putting together the pieces that execute that strategy. So isn't that funny?
It's very, very interesting. And we met at the Wyndham Hotel through the Laws of Life networking group. And it started with a collaboration. And
Yes.
that's my favorite form of networking. We've got to build collaborations.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you and I hadn't been doing this collaboration, we wouldn't have had the chance to really get to know each other or like each other.
That's true. And we live not very far from each other. You're what, like, I don't know, 40 minutes away from where I live.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're just like up the road a piece. But yeah, I don't go to Boca, so I never would have met you if it weren't for that event.
There you go. So I'll be speaking about that. I'll be speaking about my collaboration with Gina, and I formed a new type of networking. I think I told you this. You're going to come next week, where we're breaking into breakout rooms, and we're calling the breakout rooms Collab Labs.
Nice.
And so you can have your own breakout room since you're in the webcasting family, and you can lead your own breakout room, invite special prospects to your room, teach in your room. There's a lot of different things you can do in your breakout room to not always, you can network globally, but also network in a smaller group. And we did that for the second time today. That's been powerful. But again, what's the point? After I get all these emails from people that attend networking and I build my following, that's where Gina, you step in to help nurture those people that we're building relationships with. And what are some other pieces of advice you can give on the nurturing process?
Well, so what you're doing when you're nurturing is you're continuing the conversation, and you're doing it in such a way that people will continue opening your emails, that it's something useful, it's not too pitchy, and it's compelling. So there's an art to that, to making that happen. A lot is made of all the software that makes this automation possible. But if you don't understand the art of how that conversation is occurring, then the science of the automation isn't really going to do much for you. It's kind of garbage in, garbage out. So there's really two pieces of it, and you need to know the art piece if the science is going to serve you. So that is my caution to people, that when they say, "Oh yeah, I have this piece of software," and they think that's the answer to everything. And you've heard me talk before about the difference between systems and processes. So the system is going to be your software, and that's great. It's great that you got a piece of software. I love using software tools. There are some great software tools out there that will help you with business automation so that you're not doing things manually and that you can scale your business. But the process is how that conversation is actually happening. So how would that conversation happen if you picked up the phone once a week and called instead of sending a weekly email? Or if you talk to someone twice a week, however often you're sending the emails, what kind of useful thing are you going to call and talk to them about so that they're going to continue taking your calls? So what useful thing are you going to talk about and how you're going to be compelling so that they continue opening your emails. And that when you follow the 80/20 rule and it's time for you to make an offer, that they're actually going to see your offer and that they're going to be willing to go to the next step where they let you give them a kiss on the cheek, for that next level of commitment. So that's my advice on that. And next week, we're going to be talking about the value ladder, where we're going to talk about the progression of this relationship so we can continue this conversation on dating. On dating and having a business relationship and getting people to commit more and more and more, and how you turn people into loyal customers who buy from you over and over again, and who buy more things, and who make higher level commitments to the offers that you have.
Well, we are truly honored to have you as our business marketing and business automation expert in the Laws of Life family community. And I hope everybody starts watching, creating the space on your calendar Thursday nights at 5 o'clock to watch Gina St. George. And Gina is the CEO of Business Results Systems. And you can also check out her website that I had put on earlier, which was www.dynamoguru.com, and you're also offering a free tool. Do you want to tell us about that?
Well, I have a free guide for building a business with your expertise. So whatever it is you sell, whether you're actually selling professional services, whether you're selling business services or products, even network marketing, it works. That if you lead with what you know and how you help people, that will enable you to sell just about anything. And so I have a free guide on building a business with your expertise that is available on that website.
All right, so everybody visit dynamoguru.com. And if you do reach out to Gina, let her know that you watched the show. Let us know that our webcasts work and that you're getting value from them. I do get a lot of positive feedback. So keep that feedback coming. Keep liking, commenting, and sharing. And everybody, we'll see you next Thursday for the Value Ladder conversation. Thank you, Gina, so much for being with us.
It was nice to be with you.